welcome to Spilling Tea with B&B. We're your hosts,
Brittany, Lenee,
and Brandi of the Billionaire Tea Club.
And we are here to include you into our conversations around living our best lives
and achieving life excellency and mastery.
Today, we're going to be discussing your daily rituals and what are the things that you do to start your day to have a productive day.
All right. What are those things for you? I know you have tons of rituals. I've known you for a long time, and I know that you have things that you do every single day that kind of set you up for success. So what does that look like for you?
Okay, so I'm a real spiritual person. Mm-hmm. So the first thing I do is give thanks, honor to God. I definitely pray. So that's the first thing I like to do when I start my day. To whatever your source is, I feel like it's very important just to give thanks.
Yeah.
And that is one of the things that I do to start my day. And then after that, I either take an hour for myself to read.
Okay.
Or, I gotta walk.
Now, what are you reading?
Okay, so right now I'm actually reading Malcolm X.
Okay. It's the time for it, girl. Yeah, it's the time for it.
With all that's going on, and it still shocks me how the things that we're experiencing today have been going on even in his time.
Yeah. No, we're definitely in retrograde with everything that's happening right now. I say it all the time. I feel like I'm living in the 60s or the 70s, and when I was younger, I thought, okay, what would I do if I were in this situation? And now we find ourselves as Black people in these situations.
Yeah.
So that's a timely book. So, okay, so you read your book after you pray, and then you said you're walking your dog.
Yeah, I'm walking my dog. I got to get him out the way. And I
get them ready for the day.
Yeah, get them ready for the day. I meditate, I get my exercise in, and then I'm ready for work. I just believe that once I start off with a clear mind and a positive attitude, I'm ready to go.
Okay, I hear that. I'm not mad at that at all. So for me, what I do is I wake up early to train my clients. And my first client, before quarantine, my first client was at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'd actually get up at 3:30, back before the shutdown. I get up at 3:30, I wake up and I get ready to go to work. And then I'd be at the gym by 4:30 and be ready to work out my first client at 5. Now that we are, life has shifted. Now that life has shifted, I moved all of my things to virtual training. And so in virtual coaching, so my first client actually is at 7:30, so I can sleep in a little bit more. But I don't sleep in that long. So I wake up around 6. Typically, if I was able to accomplish that, right, on a good day, I wake up at 6, I read, I write. So right now, and I study because I'm just getting more certifications. Right. I'm getting more health coaching certifications, getting more personal training certifications, just getting more things that can help me as a personal trainer and as a health coach to expand my knowledge. So I do that in the morning. I'm reading a book on cognitive dissonance right now. So I'm reading a book on cognitive dissonance. So I try to always make sure that I am increasing my knowledge, constantly increasing my knowledge on those things. So I'll read maybe those two things back to back. Okay. And then I'll write, you and I were writing a book together. We're not going to say too much about that.
Exactly. Can't give up too much information. Okay.
But I'll do my writing at that time too. I also write for my blogs that I have at fitnewlife.com. Okay. So I'll go ahead and I'll write for my blogs. And then I will train my first client. After I train my first client, then I'll work out for myself. I'll do my first workout. After I do that, I will meditate. I typically meditate after my workout. And then sometime around 11, 12, 1 sometimes, kind of depends on how long all of that stuff takes me. I'll eat.
Okay. Well, it sounds
sets me up. It's just that routine sets me up for, to be in the right mood.
Well, you definitely sound like you have a very busy morning, girl.
It's busy. It's busy in the morning. It's busy in the morning. But yeah, but before, like, honestly, before quarantine, I never really felt like I wanted to get into a routine, not because I couldn't, but because I was just like rebellious.
Right.
Okay. I'm just a rebellious soul.
Routine.
I was like,
I'm gonna do what I want to do.
I felt like if I said I'm going to do something, that I was so rebellious in nature that I just wasn't going to do it.
Okay.
So I would say, oh, I really want to work out today. And then it would come time to work out. And, you know, I'm like, are you going to work out? Are you going to do this? And I'm like, nah, screw that. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to do something else, you know? And so I found myself like rebelling against my own self, trying to get into routines. But what I've learned during the quarantine is that I needed to do something in a routine because I was not having to go into the office to work. In my job in New York, I was not having to go to the gym to work out clients. In my job here, I was not having to go into my studio, to run my dance studio in Connecticut. Like, I wasn't having to do any of those things. And so in order for me to stay sane and stay like I was still in something, doing something kind of normal, I had to develop a discipline of a routine. And I tell you, I think it's one of the best things that I was able to accomplish, is just getting into that routine, because with the routine came productivity.
Yes, and that's so important. I definitely agree, because I'm definitely rebellious against myself. And it's so sad because, you know, you set these plans, but, you know, there's a saying, they like, when man plan, God laughs, or something like that. But, you know, so it's just like, you know, but definitely, like, when you set yourself up, like, they have the 5 P's: proper preparation prevents a poor performance, right?
Wait, say that again?
Proper preparation prevents a poor performance. Okay, so the 5 P's, you know, when you actually prepare yourself and, you know, you set a routine up for yourself, yes, you definitely can be very productive. Because when I was being rebellious or just doing what I felt like doing, I wasn't getting as much as I needed done, you know, because I might take long in doing one thing, and now I can't get this done because I'm on a crunch. I'm in a time crunch, and I'm trying to get everything all together, but because it's not planned, because it's not really scheduled the way that I need it to be, my day would not be productive.
You're like, I could do it on my own time, whenever I feel like it. So I have a to-do list too. I was going to say, if I had one handy, I would just like show it so that people could see. But I like have illustrated my to-do list so I can see it visually. Right. So I am like visual. I mean, I'm also very like, in terms of my learning preference, I'm kinesthetic, but I also like to see things right in front of me. And if I see it, I'm reminded of it and I do it.
Yes. And you know,
I got to-do lists all over the house, like in the closets, on the back of the walls. Like, I'm like, what do I have to do? Okay, I got to do this, and this. All right, did I do that today? I put it on my calendar. It's like I set myself up for success, because otherwise it's just like, you know, like you said, we can rebel against what we want to do and be self-sabotaging.
Exactly. And this is definitely not the season for that.
It's
you
not.
know, it is important, because I did have a friend tell me, she's like, Britt, well, why don't you put your organize, like get a board and do everything on the board, you know, because it's all in my head, you know, I'm operating from everything that's just in my mind and what I feel like I need to do. But things have gotten so much better for me now that I'm better, like I put a board, like you said, have a to-do list, have everything down. Okay, I knocked this out, check. I knocked that out. Check. Right. And then, guess what? I'm able to chill, watch TV, catch a vibe, you know, and I'm able to relax, and then I'm not stressed. It's not like I feel like I have like a deadline, you know, to get things done, because, you know, everything was planned out. Everything is done.
I hear you on that. Well, but that's enlightening. So do you have any suggestions for me or for the people about what we can incorporate into, you know, our routines, maybe that we haven't thought of, that might help us even further, even for some of people who are included in our audience, you know, remotely included into this conversation, right? They probably have things that they do. Like, we all like wake up, brush our teeth, wash our face, put on lotion, deodorant. Like, that's the simplest routine that I've been doing since I can remember a thought. You know, but as I got older, I realized, if you also put in a routine to floss, you know, you set yourself up for greater success. So it's kind of like that. You know, do you have anything that that you can suggest that, like, maybe we don't always think about, and you say, this is a good part of, you know, a daily ritual to have.
A daily ritual to have?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because I was, in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, just get like a planner or something, like to really, buy planners so you can really, because sometimes with planners, you can plan months and months ahead.
Yeah.
So then you're always going to be on schedule. I don't know. Well, we do a lot of the same things, so I'm really trying to think of something.
Well, I have one. I have one
something
that I do, and it calms me.
Okay.
It's drinking tea and taking vitamins.
Oh my god!
Right.
Oh
so
my
simple.
gosh.
So simple.
Okay. So you know what? Honestly, guys, what I've been doing lately, and this is something new for myself, is daily declarations.
Okay, yeah.
Daily declarations. And the declarations is just like, you say it every single day. And, you can create your own declarations. You can even go on YouTube.
So, like, what do you say? Do you mind sharing what the declaration is? Or is it too personal? Is that, like, too personal?
I mean, it's basically the declarations are, like, self-affirmation.
I'm trying to get more into the habit of doing more mirror work, where you look at yourself and really just face yourself in the mirror. I think that's really powerful. But it's like, when you don't live by yourself, you want to figure out, okay, how do I have the space to do this without feeling embarrassed? Or it's very like intimate, right? So you want to make sure, okay, I want to be like just around myself because I don't know if I'm gonna be crying at the end of this. I don't know.
I have something for that. You can do it in the shower.
But the mirror.
I mean, well, okay.
But the mirror. You gotta look at yourself.
Okay, you can look in the mirror, but then sometimes it's not. It's not about what you see; it's how you feel.
Yeah.
And, when you feel something and you put your energy towards that, it can manifest. So it's a feeling, So if you're in the shower and you're like, I will hear the voice of it's a feeling. It's like, wow, feeling. I feel it. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go out because this is how I feel now. Even if I'm sad, I'm going to say it because I'm going to use that energy to empower me to keep going.
That's it. I like that. Well, you know what? The next time I take a shower, Britt, I'm going to go right up in there and I'm going to just talk to myself and say, like, I'm powerful, right? Because I want to believe these things. Like, I'm going to get to where I need to be, right? We all want to be successful. That's why we're here, is to discuss what are the tools to be successful? What are the tools to get us where we need to be? Right? You and I, as well as our audience, right? We're all in this together.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try that for sure because I never have done that in the shower. I'm gonna try.
But and
I'll let you know how it goes.
And you know what? I feel like when you ask me that question about a daily routine that maybe people do, maybe some people may not do. Yeah. Maybe that's one of them. Yeah. Because you have to take a shower every day.
That's right.
I mean, I don't know. Right, exactly. I mean, if you're not taking showers in a day, I mean, I really don't know what to tell you or whatever, but eventually you have to take a shower. So at least you know that, okay, when I get into the shower, I'm going to pour my heart out. I'm going to let everything out right there in this water while it's going down the drain. Whatever I need, it's going to come to me. Whatever I don't need is going to go down the drain. It's just having them thoughts, that feeling, so that,
I like that. Okay, so let's give that as our assignment.
Yes.
This week.
Yes.
So let's have that be our assignment this week because that was awesome. I really like that. So this week, right, we are all going to get in the shower and we're going to say how many declarations?
You can say as many as you come up with.
Okay.
You can look up affirmations. You can look up however you feel, whatever you feel. Okay. You put together and you positive declarations and affirmations. Say it in the shower and then come back, comment, and let us know what happened because we want to be involved in that. We want to be involved in the process. And I want you to do this for 7 days. Okay.
Yes, 7 days.
So by the next week, we want feedback.
Okay. I got it. I'm going to do that. Girl.
That my little Josie, yeah. She doing the most, she sipping mimosas, yeah. She fuck with that coke, that my little mama calling me Susie, yeah.